What's up once again, my peeps? I pretty much just made this video because I wanted to show you guys my new badass Gandhi t-shirt that I got. Yeah, pretty badass. Check that shit out. I'll see you all next time. No, I'm just kidding. What I actually want to talk about today, or tonight rather, is these videos I've seen on YouTube claiming that Alex Jones is a disinformationist or working for the Illuminati. Right off the bat, I think that's fucking bullshit. I don't think Alex Jones is working for the Illuminati. Um, I don't think that he's trying to distort people's views or distort information and mislead people. I don't think that he's trying to mislead people with his work. I think that he does legitimate research. He's been doing this for a long time, and he presents it in such a way that, you know, people can learn from watching him. I've been listening to Alex Jones for a good amount of time now. I'd say maybe 3 days out of the week I'll tune into the radio show for like hour and a half, whatever. And first of all, I have to say I have a lot of respect and admiration for what Alex Jones does, because for me, by listening to Alex Jones, I've learned a lot about history and the New World Order and all this stuff, and how it's all tied in, throughout hundreds and hundreds or even thousands of years ago. I have nothing but respect for Alex Jones. I've watched these videos that people made claiming that, oh, he's a Zionist, and he's working for the Jews and the bankers, and he never talks about Zionism. But then I scroll through YouTube clips and whatnot, and I see he's got Michael Sarian or somebody on his show, and he's talking about ancient Teutonic Zionism, for like an hour and a half, talking about Zionism and whatnot. And then there's other people that say that he's working for the Catholic Church, and that he's a Catholic Church assassin or something like that. But I've heard him talk about the Catholic religion too, and how there's a lot of strange connections between the Catholic Church and the New World Order or the Illuminati, whatever. So all the arguments I've heard be presented that he is a disinformationist have been debunked by just listening to him, go through all this stuff. But maybe he is. Maybe I'm dead wrong. Maybe Alex Jones is a Illuminati shill, complete disinformationist, and and he's just been living a huge lie for the last 10 years or whatever, however long he's been doing it. But I just find that highly unlikely. That being said, the one thing about Alex Jones that I will say is that I think he is a bit egocentric, or it almost seems like he wants to be the top dog, if you will, of alternative media, and almost wants to shut everyone else out, so he is the main guy. He's the main revolutionary, and he will scoff at other people who are trying to do the same thing as him. And I do kind of see that with some things. I've heard him, talk shit about David Icke in the past, but then he had David Icke on his show after that and apologized for what he said. Basically said that, what did he say? It was pretty funny, actually. He was watching David Icke on TV, and basically said that what David Icke is doing is he presents all this valid stuff, all this really good, chunky stuff that people can bite into talking about New World Order and global banking and all this. But then he brings in the whole reptilian idea and completely like takes a shit in the turd bowl. That's the analogy he used. I thought it was pretty funny that everyone's drinking the punch, everyone's learning what he's talking about, and then he brings up the reptilians, and it's like he takes a huge dump in the punch bowl. And I thought it was pretty funny, But I mean, I like David Icke too, and he had David Icke on his show after that, and he apologized for what he said. So, um, and I hear him now recently constantly dogging Glenn Beck and saying that Glenn Beck is a disinformationist, which I think is very possible. I've seen what Glenn Beck's been doing recently, and it seems on the surface it seems admirable. Um, like he's had this awakening and he's joined the side of the resistance, but at the same time he is working for one of the biggest news media corporations in the world, one of the biggest corporations in the world, period. Um, and I've also heard him go back on different things that he's talked about, like said that the FEMA camps they tried to debunk them, they couldn't debunk them, and then again on the same day he says that he still doesn't believe in them, that he still thinks it's total bullshit. Um, and what I could see would be a possibility there is that Fox News is realizing now, or mainstream media in general is realizing that alternative media by the day is growing massively in popularity because people are just sick and tired of the constant barrage of bullshit that they get from mainstream news. And that's what's happening. Mainstream media is losing its power, its grip over the people. And alternative media, people like Alex Jones, are blowing up now because people are sick of the bullshit and they want to hear the truth. Finally, this should have been happening a long time ago. But, I mean, I'm thankful that it's happening now. Hopefully it's not too little too late. So, all this being said, here's Gandhi. Um, I just I'm not fully buying Glenn Beck's whole spiel. I mean, you see him crying on his show, and to me, it just looks pretty fucking fake. I don't know about you guys out there, but when I see him crying on his show, it's just, I don't know. I'm just not fully buying it yet, and I could be wrong about that too. Maybe Glenn Beck has had this massive awakening, and he's seen the light, and he's doing everything he can to inform the people. But you got to keep in mind that he's working for a massively big corporate media outlet, and this could just be Fox's attempt to try to appease, the anti-establishment people, which that group is growing by the day. More and more people are not trusting the establishment anymore. So Fox News might just be trying to appease those people to keep those viewers, and I see that as being a really big possibility. But I want to know what you guys think. So please leave a comment. Let me know what you think about Alex Jones and Glenn Beck. Or even if you want to take a step further, leave a video response. It'd be greatly appreciated. But yeah, I want to know what you guys think. So get back to me.